Hi Flosstube. My name is Allison. I live in Nebraska with my husband and 2 young children, and this is a video about cross stitching. And today specifically, I'm going to talk about spooky stitching and my plans for the month of October, spooky stitching season. So first off, before I get into spooky stitching, I just want to mention a few things that are coming up in the month of October. And I am a cross stitch designer. My design company is called Cozy Cabin Stitching, and I will link everything down below. I have an Etsy shop. And I am part of a group known as the Stitchers Collective. They have an Instagram page. Check them out on Instagram. It's a group of over 100 designers, and every once in a while we like to collaborate and do a charity pattern bundle. And so we have one coming up on October 1st, and it is the Stitchers Against Cancer charity bundle. And what this will include is if you make a $10 donation to a cancer charity, and I will link the website where all this information is at below. There are 4 cancer charities that we have chosen as a group, and some are based in the US and some are based internationally. But we really wanted to focus on, there's so much money goes into cancer research, it's fantastic, it's great, but we wanted to focus on donating some money going towards cancer care to help those who are struggling with cancer right now. And there's some members of our stitching community going through some struggles with cancer right now, so we just want to be there and support them and show our love for them, because this community is wonderful and I love how we come together. But this pattern bundle will be available to you on October 1st. If you make a $10 donation, you can donate more than $10 if you want to. We just want to make this affordable and accessible to everyone, because I know money is tight for a lot of us right now. So $10 is our minimum that we ask for. Donate to one of the 4 charities that we have listed. Like I said, I'll link the website that has all the information below. And then you will get emailed a pattern bundle of over 20 plus designs. And I have seen these designs and they are amazing. And many of the designers have included personal stories of what inspired their designs. And it's just, it is truly an amazing cause. And the way that these designers have come together. And I have a design included in that piece. And I can't show you until it releases. So in my next Flosstube, I'll talk about my inspiration for my design and the meaning behind my design, and give you all the information there. But I just want to let you know, October 1st, so it's coming up, and it'll obviously start before I film my next Flosstube, but I just want to give you a heads up for that. So that's happening, and super exciting and super touching. Like, you'll read some of those stories and it'll just, makes you cry. So that's October 1st. There's one more thing coming up on October 1st. It's Witchy Stitcher Day. So October 1st, the Witchy Stitcher, it has been going through some health battles that they talk about on Instagram. They're public with them. And she's got a rare form of cancer. And so on October 1st, as a stitching community, we want to come together and show our support. So that could include buying patterns from the Witchy Stitcher website, or I know they have an Etsy shop too. Or if you can't afford to buy new patterns and show your support that way, if you have a whip already going for the Witchy Stitcher, post progress, work on it that day, show your love, just maybe send them some hearts or some love in their Instagram. Just, show your love for the Witchy Stitcher on October 1st, Witchy Stitcher Day. So those are just the 2 things coming up that I wanted to mention that are near and dear to my heart and important. So just to let you know about, and I will put those links down below. So now I will get into spooky stitching. So I will show you some of my past spooky finishes, and then I will talk about my plans for October spooky stitching. This is October and I'm so excited. I have almost been like holding myself off because I want to start this stuff like now. I'm like, okay, nope, I will wait for October. I will wait for October. So October is coming, 2 days. I'm filming this on Friday, the 29th. So 2 more days and it's October, spooky stitching time. So I'm super excited. So I'm going to go through some of my past Halloween kind of finishes, and hopefully I will inspire you to join me in some spooky stitching. So the first ones I will show you are some of my own designs some past designs I released in the past couple of years. So the first one is called Halloween Trio, and this is a set of 3 small pillows that are Halloween related. So here's the first one. It is a jack-o'-lantern. And these are small, fun, fast little stitches. And that's what kind of I like for seasonal stitching is there's some big, beautiful seasonal pieces out there, and I love stitching on those too, but it's fun just to get some fall, you know, some fun, can't talk today, some like fast little smalls done in this season. So there's Jack. And like I said, these first three I'm showing you are all part of one pattern, one series. Here is Boo. And then the third one of the series is this one. It's black cats with the moon. So all three of those are in one pattern, and it's called Halloween Trio. And you can find these patterns, you can find on my website, my Etsy site, which is linked below. And then another one that I did is called Happy Haunting. Little haunted house with some cute ghosts and some bats in the sky. I like the little crooked chimney. And then to finish this one, I just put it on some foam board. I put some fabric around the foam board, and then I just put some rickrack in between. So you can just kind of set the piece up. Or you can even put like a hanger on it. You can hang it up somewhere too. And then my last, and that one was my pattern, Cozy Cabin Stitching. And the last pattern that's mine that I want to show you that I stitched is called Rockin' Halloween. And this is just, it's another trio. I guess I like my trios. And here's the first one. It's called Let's Keep It Spooky. And this one I painted the hoops. The pattern gives you they're stitched on 14 count black Aida. And so included in the pattern, it gives you the information of like painting the hoops and the sizes that you need if you stitch on 14 count. So there's orange. They both, this one's gotten a little, I gotta fluff it up a bit. And this one's Haunt On. And then Let's Get Witchy. So that's that. Again, that pattern comes in a set of 3, and you can find it in my Etsy shop. Now I will talk about some finishes I had that aren't my own designs. So the first one is, this one is called Fall, let me double check, it's called Fall House, and this is by Tiny Modernist, and this was a freebie that I found on her website. I'm not sure if it's still available as a freebie on her website. I think it might be. This is one of the this is probably, I think this is the second thing I've ever stitched. So I finished it quite a while ago. And this fabric is a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself, and just with DMC 310. Super fun, quick, small stitch. I like the little owl and the tree and the moon. That's so cute. And I just finished it as like a pillow. And then another finish that I had, this one is called Mr. Cat. And it's an ornament kit that you can get from Satsuma Street. They sell these they have Halloween ornament kits, and then they have Christmas ornament kits. And it is stitched on perforated paper, and if you get the kit, it's included with all the floss, the beads, the needle to stitch it, and the perforated paper. It's all included in the kit. And so that's really cute. And that was my first time doing, like, there's little beads and the bow tie, and has some sequins on the glasses and the eyes. That was my first time doing beadwork and sequins, and it was lots of fun. First time stitching on perforated paper too, and that was lots of fun. And I always think it's fun if you can buy like a kit and like everything's included. It just makes it easy. You have the pattern, you have everything you need to stitch it. And this was a super quick, fun Halloween stitch. And then to finish it, I just cut around it, the perforated paper, and then I just backed it with felt, and I put a little ribbon hanger in it so it can hang up. But she's got a lot of cute little Halloween, and every year she comes out with new ones. So that's that one. And then another freebie. This one is from the Prairie Schoolers website, and it's just called Whoo. I think it's called like Whoo Freebie. So it's just a cute little owl that I found on the Prairie Schoolers website, and I just stitched it with like a brown DMC. And I think it's on 14 count Aida that I did myself. Kind of an dull kind of orange color, and I just made it into a little pillow. I love Prairie Schoolers, are always fun to stitch. So there's that one. And then I have 2 more fully finished just to show you. Then I have kind of a stack of things that I need to fully finish, which maybe that could be my goal for this Halloween season, is to get some of these things fully finished so then I have more Halloween decorations. I love decorating for the seasons and the holidays, and Halloween, probably Halloween and Christmas are the 2 seasons that like I go all out and decorate like my whole house for. So it'd be fun to have some more new little finishes. So the next 2 I'm going to show you are out of this book. It's called Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs. And this, if you don't have this book, it was released I think a couple of years ago, and it has some beautiful Halloween and just autumn designs in it. Sorry, you're getting a bit of a glare, but you can kind of see there's like a strawberry, a little bag. There's just some really cute pieces in here. Cute little, I'm not showing you my fall pieces, but I actually have this one as a whip. Mighty Acorn. And then I will show you. And there's actually a sampler in here too that has really beautiful fall colors in it. But I'll show you the 2 pieces that I consider more Halloween. Although the first one it's called Waiting for Harvest, and you could probably sit this out like all fall. But I put it out for Halloween because I like the blackbirds. And this piece is stitched on, I believe it's a 28 count Mystic Gray linen by Zweigart. This was the very first time stitching on linen that I ever did. I think I used a variegated floss for it, hand-dyed floss. I don't remember what it was. When I first started stitching, I didn't keep track of things very well. So some of these I don't have written down what I used for it. I've been, especially since doing Flosstube and designing, I've been a lot better at keeping track of the fabric I stitched on, what I stitched it with. But when I first started, I was not very good at that. Just a cute piece. And the pattern does have letters, so you can do, you can customize it and do your own initials in there. You could do a friend's initials. You can customize it however you want. I just put my initials in there. So it turned out really, really cute. I like how it turned out. Blackbird designs are always, can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. And then the last piece is from the same Winds of Autumn book. And this one is Spell of the Moon. And this one I think I stitched this in the called for overdyes. And I did the called for just because you get this variegation with the moon that if you use plain DMC, like it would still look pretty, but you wouldn't quite get this kind of shadowy variegation. I really wanted that, so I used the called for overdyes on this one. And this one is stitched on the same linen as the last one, the 28 count Mystic Gray. And this frame, my father-in-law actually made this frame, which makes it extra special since he made it, and he even had it painted black and everything, and he gave it to me, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what piece I'm going to put in this frame because it's perfect. And so I think I probably could have this one sitting out all year long. I don't, but I love it when I can get this piece out and look at it. Because I love owls too, anything with an owl. And I like the little haunted house at the bottom with the lights. Just cute. Cute pieces. So then some objects that I have finished, but they're not fully finished yet. So hopefully like showing you in this video will inspire me to get them fully finished. And one's even halfway fully finished, but it's not fully finished yet. You'll see when you see it. It's actually the first one I'm gonna show you. So the first piece I have finished, and this was I stitched a couple years ago, is called Bats and Boo. So I think I was gonna finish it as a pillow. I just need to find the backing fabric and then obviously sew it together and stuff it and do all that fun stuff. This is Bats and Boos. It was a stitch along from Fat Quarter Shop. I think you're able to find it on their website now. And I just stitched this on. It's a 14 count coffee dyed Aida. And I stitched it, I think, in just colors I had from Stash that was very similar to the called for colors. But it was fun. And this is a mystery stitch along that I kept up with. I think they put it out like 2 years ago in the month of October, and you just did a little piece each week. And it's fun. I thought since it was kind of symmetrical, it'd make a cute pillow because then it wouldn't matter which way you turn the pillow. It looks the same. I like the little ghosts up here in the corner. They're so cute. They're little peeking ghosts. And you can see it better, but there's like little spider webs here and stuff too. It's hard the camera kind of washes out of it, so you don't really see it as well. But this one was really, it was a fun stitch. So there's one. I need to fully finish it as a pillow. I think where I stalled there is I ran out of the polyfill, the stuffing. So I need to go stock up on polyfill again so I can make my little pillows again. That kind of stalled me out on finishing a few things that I wanted to finish as pillows. So another stitch that I did, this one I stitched last year. It is just called Black Cat. And if you go to Durene Jones, is the designer of this one, she has a Facebook group. And if you go to her Facebook group, and I think if you go under pictures, she has a whole bunch of freebies from like the past 3 or 4 or 5 years. There's a ton of freebies in there. So you can find this as one of her freebies on her Facebook group. And it was super cute, fun, easy, fast stitch. And this one I think is on a piece of 16 count Aida. I don't remember, I think my mom gave me this one, so I don't remember the name of the color. But it was fun, and it's cute. My daughter loves cats, so anything with Black Cat. And I love the pumpkins, like this little face, this little jaggedy mouth. It looks cute. And she has like I have them kitted up already, but she has a series of these. There's like 2 or 3 other ones that are kind of similar to this. It's like cats with pumpkins kind of positioned differently. I already have them kitted up. I just have to stitch them. But that one was fun. So there's that one. And then another one I found on her Facebook group as a freebie. And there's just something about this one. It's a little creepy, but it's cute at the same time. And the colors are I love the colors. And it's just called Jack. And there's just something about it that I loved. I think I want to finish this one. I gotta find the right size oval hoop, but I think it'd be really cute, like a painted oval hoop. So you can hang it on your wall. It's just cute. I like the face. Just the expression on the face, and they got their arms up, walking. They're up to something. And so that one's fun. I think that one does have a little bit of back stitching in it. And I like the variegation on the grass down here. That's just using different colors. I used all the call for DMC for this one, and that's just different colors of DMC. But I guess you probably could use like a variegated green thread and get the same effect. So and I think this is a 14 count piece of gray Aida that I inherited from my grandma. So I don't know the brand or the exact name of the color, but so there's that. And then I have one more fully finished piece that I need, well, not fully finished, but it's finished, but I need to get it fully finished. And it is this piece. It's called Will Scare for Candy Corn. This one is by Lindy Stitches. I believe you can purchase this pattern on her website. I'm pretty sure, because I know initially it was released in a Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue, but I think you can purchase it on their website now. But it was cute. I think candy corn is one of those things you either love it or you don't. And I think my son doesn't like it, but my daughter loves it, so we'll scare for candy corn. I think she definitely would scare you for candy corn. And this one I stitched in Cosmo. I did a conversion to some of the variegated. I don't know if you can tell in the purple. I don't know. It might be washing it out. You're not be able to see it, but it's a variegated like purple Cosmo floss. And then there's a little slight variegation. I don't know if you can see it in the orange of the candy corn and the yellow of the candy corn are variegated Cosmo flosses. And so I wanted to try out Cosmo. So I thought, okay, I'll kit up this project and see how it goes. And I find Cosmo super fun to stitch with. I feel like it doesn't quite, not as much as DMC. It's not quite as shiny as DMC. It's got a little bit more of a matte finish to it, but it doesn't tangle. At least that's my experience. It doesn't tangle, not as much. So that is all of my finished Halloween pieces. So hopefully I maybe enabled you or inspired you a little bit. And now I have 2 whips that I started since my last Flosstube, and they're kind of Halloween related, so I will show them to you. And then in my next Flosstube video, it'll be like a regular video where it's my progress and everything I'm working on. But for now, I'm just gonna show you the 2 kind of Halloween related whips that I started. So the first one, I started on the first day of autumn, and it is, I will show you the finished stitched piece right here. It is called Got the Morbs. Oh, whoa, glare, sorry. By Modern Folk Embroidery. And it's part of Jacob's Dark Crosses series. So if you go to his website to find this one, if you go under the section, I think it's called Dark Crosses, that's where you'll find this pattern. And he's got a lot of really other cool Dark Crosses patterns. They're kind of more dark on the dark side of stitching. Like this one has skulls, and I love the candles. And so if I talked about it in my last Flosstube, but this piece was inspired by Miriam from Marumi Designs. She did an Instagram post, and it was basically a little excerpt from a Victorian slang dictionary, Victorian slang dictionary, and it basically had this like thing that said "got the morbs," and it just means you're feeling kind of down and you're melancholy, and so it was a really cool piece, and it inspired Jacob to design the "Got the Morbs" piece. And so Miriam did a stitch along that started on the first day of autumn, and here is where I got with my piece. So I got a little bit of a start. And this one I am stitching on a piece of 28 count Springfield Sage, and I'm stitching it with DMC 310, and then I am stitching it with I think it's that Cosmo variegated, yep, it's Cosmo 5026, which is like a variegated, you can probably see all my messy threads here. It's a variegated like dark purple. And so I'm just trying to do some little accents of purple mixed in with the black, because most of it will be black, but there'll be like little accents of the variegated purple here and there, which it's been really fun to stitch on. I think I spent 2 or 3 days stitching on this, and I feel like I got pretty far. Miriam's already done with hers, so check out her Instagram. Her piece looks amazing. Like, she's like a super speedy, quick stitcher, but hers is beautiful, so check hers out. So that was a start I had since my last video, which was last week. And here is, I had one other start, and this one I started for Cam the Stitcher had a birthday. Her birthday was actually 28th of September, which was yesterday. And so for her birthday, her idea was, a lot of times you'll get really excited about a piece and you'll get it kitted up, and then you're kind of so excited about it, you kind of want to just, you don't want to like start it yet, because you have it kitted up and the kit's pretty and you just want to look at how pretty the kit is, and you kind of hesitate starting it, because once you start it, you start it. I mean, and so one of those pieces I have a couple kits like that, but for Christmas I had gotten 2 dimensions kits, and I have never done dimensions kits before, and so I hadn't started it yet, because just having it like all packaged up and the threads look so pretty and everything's so neat, and you can just look at it, and it's a piece that I had been looking at online for years and really wanted to do. I'm like, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity to just start it. And so that piece is Fall Fairy by Dimensions. It's Dimensions Gold Collection Kit, and I've looked at this one, I love it. I love fall, it's my favorite season, and just the movement of the leaves and her dress and her hair and the colors, it's beautiful. And so I started it for Cam's birthday, and I've only stitched on this one day, so you're gonna look at my start and be like, what is that? I've only used one color. Hopefully I will definitely make time to work on this, but this is where I'm which really isn't much. It's kind of this, her, well, if I can hold it still for you, it's her little bit of dress, and it's coming up into like her bodice, so it's going to be right up here. So it's just one color, one night's worth of stitching, a little bit of stitching. Some nights I get more time to stitch than other nights, because it depends on how quickly my kids fall asleep. Some nights I just want to talk, and which is great. I love that quality time with them, but I don't get as much stitching done, which is okay. It's okay. It is what it is. And some nights I'm just too tired to stay up any later to stitch. I'm like, I feel like my eyes are crossing when I'm looking at the pattern. I'm like, okay, it's time to put this down and go to bed. So there's that, and hopefully I will get some more work in on this in the month of October, and I'll probably pull it out for November too, because it's fall, so probably for the whole fall season I'll work on that. But I started that, and that one is hashtag goldenkitsal, and I'll put the hashtags for these stitch alongs down below in the description of my video. So that is all my whips that are kind of Halloween spooky related. And so now I'm going to go to my plans. My plans for the spooky stitching season. And so basically my plans kind of center around one thing, and it is this zine. And this zine is by Amanda of Bad Stitch, and it's called Stitchcraft Volume 2. And here I'll just show you just so you know. This is Amanda, is her logo, Bad Stitch, right there. And Bad Stitch has an Instagram page, a Patreon, and a Etsy shop, and I will link those down below. So this is a zine, and it's a really beautifully printed zine. Like, I love even just like the cover art is super cool. Super cool cover art. And so my plan for the month of October is this magazine has it's available on Bad Stitch's Etsy shop. So if you want to find it, you can get it there. You can get it as a physical copy like this, which I think Bad Stitch ships to the US only. Sorry, but if you are international, there's a PDF version of this available. So not to worry, PDF version. And it happens to be on sale right now from September 29th, today, to October 22nd for 30% off, which is, I mean, it's like a little Halloween Christmas gift. Well, not Christmas, but like Halloween gift. But so you can find it. I'll put a link down below to the Etsy shop. But Stitchcraft Volume 2. And so my plan is I like to stitch smalls for like the month of October, and so I can get, I have a couple like bigger projects on. I like to do a little bit of stitching on those, but it's fun to like get some stuff done in the month of like October and some fall finishes. And so my plan is to, I'll give you a little preview. I can't show you every page just because there's patterns obviously on some of the pages, but I love even all the little artwork and the little details. Like, it's such a well put together zine. It's just, it's so cute. And so here's the cover page, and I will just show you some of the projects in here. I think my goal for October is I'm going to do a stitch along with this, and I'm going to do it for, it's going to be hashtag StitchcraftSal, and I'll put that down below. So if you want to join me, go to her Etsy shop, grab the zine, and I think I'm going to challenge myself and see how many things can I stitch out of this zine, because I could stitch everything in here. I don't think I'm gonna have time to stitch everything, not this year, but you'll probably see it again next year. But I'm gonna see how many things I can get stitched out of this zine, because they're so cute and they're so spooky and Halloween. And it's a well put together magazine. I'm like looking down at it. I can't show you the page I'm looking at, but like the charts are easy to read. The designs are, I would consider them, there's some bigger designs in here, but they're not like huge. They're very manageable. They're charted in DMC. They're charted in full cross stitches. There's some back stitching in a couple of the designs, but let me show you the page that shows, that I can actually show you. It just shows you the different patterns. I mean, look at the little Halloween rats. Isn't that cute? I have this one kitted up, this one, the swoopy cage, I have this one kitted up. I think I'm going to try stitching this one, I think on black. I think they'll really kind of pop out on a black fabric. And that's one thing, Amanda like really encourages you to have fun with your fabrics with these. Like, don't just stitch them on white, Ada. Like, experiment, have fun, choose some pretty cool colorful fabrics, because a lot of the designs, the fabric she has for the backgrounds are just kind of inspires you. Okay, what color would this be fun to stitch on? Look at it, and there's the crow with the moon, and the moon has little spider webs on it. It's so cute. Then you got Mothman. And I'll show you. There's just so, let me scoot over a little bit and then it's easier to show you. Like this one is the hourglass with the snakes. And the 31. And look at this vampire. Is that not the coolest vampire? He's got kind of a swagger to him. Like he's like the coolest vampire. So cute. And then she also has, gotta love a black cat on top of a skull. And then you have a wisp. And this witch. Look at the colors on this witch. Isn't she fabulous? Like, oh, it's just so cool. And looking at the colors and stuff that like Amanda out charts for these, like the variants and the colors and everything are just beautiful, like beautiful colors. And it's been fun to like find different fabrics that would work. And then also included in the seam is here, I'll show you this page, just shows some of her finish. Her finishes of these. And this shows you some of them. Also included in the zine, there's a whole page of like little smalls. Like, see those little smalls? They're so cute. Like, I love those. Like, I want to stitch that one for sure. And the little teapot. And there's like this little stamp that has like a little, like, as a designer, being able to put this much detail in that small of a stitch is like a huge challenge. And like, look, oh, so cute, a little fall scene. And just that small space, like that's a challenge, and Amanda does it. Like, it's so cute. And there's a whole page of smalls like that. And so I think my goal to myself is to see how many things I can stitch out of the scene for the month of October. I think, because I think it would be really cool to have like a Halloween like tree and have all these like little smalls hanging on the Halloween tree. I think that would be so cute. So this is Stitchcraft Volume 2, again by Bad Stitch. And like I said, Bad Stitch has Etsy shop, Instagram, Patreon, and their Patreon this year. Like, if I had some extra funds where I could join a Patreon, which I don't right now, unfortunately, but like that would be the Patreon I join, because the designs, if you go to Bad Stitch's Instagram page, the designs that they've released for each can't talk today for their Patreon have been so cute this year. Like, I want to stitch all of them. And like, they've been like these little mushrooms that are like different colors through the seasons, and just like the variegation Amanda does in her designs, it's beautiful. Like, the variegation, the shading that she does with her colors, it's so cute, so beautiful. Like, just go check out Bad Stitch's like even Etsy shop. Like, there's so many things in there like I want to buy, but I'm trying to rein in my spending a little bit. Not that I'm a huge like cross stitch, but I'm not. I try to kit up as much from stash that I have and be as economical as I can with my cross stitching, because I don't have like a huge budget. I honestly don't have a huge stash either. Like, basically the whips that I have, that's my stash. Like, because I think that's part of my problem. Once I get a pattern, like, I immediately want to start it. If I have the supplies for it, I don't have like a huge like floss. Like, I have a good DMC stash, but like over dyes, I maybe have like five over dyed threads that are in my stash. That's it. Like, I don't have a huge pattern stash. I do that's one thing I love about like when you get magazines, is then at least you get, the magazines are pretty affordable, especially for like a yearly subscription. A lot of times they have like, especially at the end of the year, they have deals where you can get like 2 years for the price of 1 year or something like that. And that's usually what I sign up for. Or I'll ask for things for like Christmas and stuff, like, oh, I want this cross stitch piece for Christmas, or can you get this up for me, because I don't have a lot of extra stuff. And I think that's one thing that's fun about like watching Flosstube, is you get to see everyone else's stash, and you kind of can live vicariously through them and be like, oh, it's amazing, where are you stitching that? Or, oh, look at the silks you used on that one. Like, I haven't stitched in silk at all yet. Like, that's out of my budget right now, stitching with silk. And so like, it's just fun to see like kind of living vicariously through others and watching them stitch like beautiful pieces like with silks and these amazing like fabrics and everything. It's just, I think that's one of the great things about Flosstube, is just being able to see what other people are doing and just being a part of that community. So anyways, getting back, sorry, I got kind of off on a tangent there, but like, join me for my style and challenge yourself. See how many designs you can do or stitch out of this magazine. And again, the hashtag is, well, the hashtag I'm using for my stitch along is hashtag #StitchcraftSal. And I will, like I said, I'll put that down below. I'm not very good at like editing my video and putting the pretty pictures in and the little blurbs at the bottom, but all that information will be down below. Because I know sometimes I get excited and I talk a little fast. I apologize, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna see what I can stitch from this. I'm excited. I'm like, now that I've showed you, I get to actually start it now. I'm excited. I'm excited to start that, and very fun. And again, like, it's on sale right now, so check it out. It's a beautifully made zine and well put together. So I think that is all the spooky stitching I have, which is pretty good. I thought this video was gonna be a lot longer, but I think I probably just talked really fast, and I apologize, and I probably showed things really quick. Maybe you can play this on a slower speed and it won't be so fast, but I had a lot of coffee this morning, so That's okay. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll get some spooky stitching in with me for the month of October. I'm excited, and that's why I love seeing what everyone else is stitching on Instagram. It's always so inspiring. So happy spooky stitching season, and thanks. Bye.